Will Barcelona be able to register Marcus Rashford? Barcelona have made a bold move by signing Marcus Rashford from Manchester United, but there's one massive problem. He can't play competitively yet. In today's video, we're diving into the complicated situation that's putting the brakes on Rashford's debut. From La Liga's strict salary cap to the missing €100 million revenue from VIP seats, Barcelona's financial puzzle is far from solved. We'll also explore how Rashford is training in secret, why the club hasn't announced his signing yet, and how this whole scenario reminds us of what happened with Dani Olmo last season. Plus, updates on Iñaki Peña's future, and the latest on Barca's pre-season tour in Asia. Don't go anywhere. This is a deep dive into Barcelona's registration crisis and what it means for the start of the 2025-26 season. Will Barcelona be able to register Rashford? Marcus Rashford may have to wait to become an official Barcelona player, with the club still having issues registering players within La Liga's salary limits. Barcelona are said to already be over their La Liga salary limit, and in the 2024-25 season they spent more on buying players and on wages than they made in revenue. Rashford can however still train and play in non-competitive matches even without being registered. Barcelona and their finances have been the subject of intense debate for a number of years. To crunch it down, La Liga regulations mean that until they can get £100 million worth of revenue connected to VIP seats in the new camp signed off, they were not ready in time, so missed the date they were hoping for. They cannot spend everything they raise from player exits. Barca are active in the transfer market. Ansu Fati has joined Monaco on loan and Clement Lenglet has left for Atletico Madrid, so they are creating space. But they are not there yet with the VIP seats. Barcelona, Marcus Rashford and his advisors, and even La Liga, feel this will be done before the transfer window closes. But until that is completed, Rashford cannot be registered to play in competitive games. Barcelona's competitive games effectively start with the La Liga season, beginning with a trip to Real Mallorca on August 16th. In the meantime, Rashford can be unveiled, train and play in friendlies. That is how he is able to go to Japan and South Korea later this month. He will also be able to play against Italian side Como in the Joan Gamper Trophy on August 10th, which is being held at the Estadio Johan Cruyff, where Barca's women's team plays. But after that, he needs to be registered. Rashford can only hope Barca's finance chiefs get their economics right. What happened last season? Barcelona signed Dani Olmo in August 2024, but he was only registered for the first half of the 2024-25 season as a special exception. This was because of Barcelona's financial situation and not being able to meet La Liga's wage cap restrictions. A court rejected Barcelona's appeal twice to register the player on a second temporary basis. Eventually in January 2025, he was registered for La Liga. This article is the latest from BBC Sports Ask Me Anything team. FC Barcelona had been actively searching for a new left winger for quite a while, making it one of their top priorities this summer. This wasn't just a club decision, it was reportedly a direct request from manager Hansi Flick, who made it clear that strengthening the left side of attack was essential for his plans going into the new season. However, the arrival of a new winger has hardly been the smoothest of ordeals for La Blaugrana. Beyond just the disappointment with the Nico Williams operation, the club also came to the conclusion that the arrival of Liverpool forward Luis Diaz would be quite unfeasible this summer. Barcelona finally have a new left winger. Instead, Barcelona decided to make a move for English forward Marcus Rashford. Already having a hard time at Manchester United, the player seemed to have the profile that Barca needed, and so the club ended up reaching an agreement to sign him. However, since the player's arrival in Spain, Barcelona has been trying really hard to keep things under wraps. By excluding him for any pictures that are posted on their social media accounts and actively trying to keep his arrival a secret, Barca seem to be up to something. The club continues to hide his arrival. According to Marca, however, this is simply Barcelona dealing with the ongoing formalities. The club wants to keep the new arrival hidden until all official signatures are there and the deal can be officially announced as well accordingly. Even though the player has already met his teammates and his coach as well, no public or official images have been released. Furthermore, the official announcement of Rashford's transfer is still yet to be done by Barcelona, and it seems to be clear enough now as to why they are waiting. Marcus Rashford has already begun training at Barcelona's facilities, arriving early on Tuesday morning to get to work. Interestingly, the club is keeping his presence very low profile, with tinted windows and minimal public exposure. A clear sign that Barca are waiting to finalize every detail before making things official. But Rashford's arrival is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Barcelona knows their transfer window is far from over, and more moves are needed, not just to strengthen the squad, but to balance the books and meet La Liga's registration rules. If new signings can't be registered, the effort to bring them in would go to waste. That's why player exits are just as crucial this summer. Every departure helps create space within the salary cap, and even the smaller deals matter. One of the players currently in the spotlight is Iñaki Peña. While the 26-year-old goalkeeper is reportedly exploring his options for a move away, his professionalism hasn't wavered. As reported by Mundo Deportivo, Hansi Flick has decided to include Peña in the squad traveling to Asia for the preseason tour. Unless a major offer comes in soon, Peña is expected to remain part of the team, at least through the tour, reflecting his ongoing commitment despite the uncertain future. An enticing offer could change things. However, the situation could possibly change if a new and irresistible offer arrives for the player. So far, however, that has not been the case, and it is reported by MD that the current offers that have come his way have not exactly met his expectations. Still, despite an exit looking likely for him, Flick wants to respect his professional contract and is confident enough about his commitment to the club for the time being. However, with the arrival of Joan Garcia and the recent renewal of Wojciech Szczesny's contract, Peña's future at the club remains questionable. FC Barcelona will take off on their preseason tour of Asia on Thursday, and Hansi Flick has some decisions to make with regard to the players he will take on the trip. As has already been reported, some of the youngsters like Jan Virgili, Landry Ferre, and Juan Hernandez will not travel, and as such have returned to training with Barça Athletic. Meanwhile, other young talents such as Jofre Torrents and Pedro Fernandez, DRO, are certain to be on the flight, along with new arrival Rooney Bargi. There have been some question marks over the situations of out-of-favor first-team stars like Oriol Romeu, Pau Victor, and Iñaki Peña, players who are not in the manager's plans and are set to leave. Iñaki Peña will travel to Asia. However, according to Mundo Deportivo, unless there is a last-minute change such as a transfer offer that satisfies all sides, Iñaki Peña will be part of the Barcelona squad traveling to Japan and South Korea for the club's preseason tour. This is the decision made by Hansi Flick. Whether Peña remains with the team beyond the tour is a separate matter. At the start of this preseason, the German coach has been faced with an excess of goalkeepers following the arrival of Joan Garcia and the contract renewal of Wojciech Szczesny. The continuity of Peña, under contract until 2026, is extremely unlikely. However, with Marc-Andre ter Stegen likely to remain in Barcelona due to his back injury, he is now set to travel with the team to Asia. After what happened last season when his starting role was taken away and given to Szczesny despite not committing any major errors, Flick wants to show respect for Peña and his contract. The La Masia graduate, for his part, is aware that he is not part of Flick's long-term plans at Barcelona and understands that a move would be best. However, the offers he has received so far do not meet his expectations. While open to negotiating a transfer, any move may take longer than expected. There had been talks of Diego Cachén joining the first-team roster for the tour. However, it appears that the three goalkeepers for the camp will be Peña, Garcia, and Szczesny. The preseason tour begins on July 24th, with Barcelona playing 3 friendly matches, the first against Vissel Kobe in Japan, followed by 2 more in South Korea. So while Marcus Rashford is already training, meeting his new teammates and preparing for preseason friendlies, including the Joan Gamper Trophy, he still can't play a single La Liga minute until Barcelona figures out its finances. The pressure is now on Barca's boardroom to unlock that crucial VIP seat revenue, clear space on the wage bill, and get La Liga approval before the August 16th opener against Real Mallorca. And let's not forget, last year's Dani Olmo fiasco should serve as a warning. If things aren't sorted in time, Rashford could face a frustrating wait, or worse, miss key months of the campaign. Barcelona may be making moves in the market, but none of it matters if those players can't be registered. What do you think? Will Barca manage to register Rashford before the deadline? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more FC Barcelona updates every week.